Hey everyone, welcome to your Vinyasa Flow. My name is Carly and I'll be leading you through your practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's take a child's pose. Reach your hips back all the way to your heels, arms forward. Connecting to Ujjayi breath right away, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Palms placed deep into the mat, fingertips nice and strong for 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Nice, good. Coming forward just a little bit. Let those hips sink up nice and high. Right fingertips come to the outside of the hand and just sink down into the mat with your forehead. Feeling the right armpit reach back into the side body. Deep lat stretch here right away. And over to the other side. Right hand to the outside of the right side of the mat. Left hand reaches opposite corner, forehead down. And centering it back out, just come forward into a tabletop position. Take a couple of circles, warming up the wrists. And you can do however quick or slow that you might want. Good, and once you find your neutral position, just take a nice inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, contract. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, contract. Squeezing into the core. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, squeeze, contract. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Find neutral. Tuck the toes. Float the knees. Hold here in this deep position. Make sure that your arms are nice and engaged. Push out of the palms. And stretch back to your downward facing dog. Good. And whatever you need, if it's your first down dog of the day, press those heels into the mat. Reach the hips high. If you can, look into your belly button for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale forward to plank right away. Look forward, float the right toes. Maybe float the left hand. Finding that shoulder on top of the right wrist. And switch other side. Float the left toes, right hand maybe floats, left shoulder. Plant the right palm back down, left toes back down. Exhale all the way down to the mat. And from here, just take your fingertips, front corners of the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Good. And on the third one, plant the palms right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From here, finding that downward facing dog, right leg to 3-legged dog, bend the knee, look underneath your right armpit for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Right knee comes towards the nose. And back up to 3-legged dog. Good. Inhale, come forward, right knee to right tricep. And back to 3-legged dog, right knee to left tricep. Connected to the breath. And back up. Good. From here, bring that right toe all the way back to downward facing dog. Come forward, inhale to plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga option to drop the knees, look forward. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Right away, left toes float, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, look underneath the left armpit this time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch the leg up. Look forward, left knee to the nose. And back to three-legged dog. Left knee to left tricep. Three-legged dog, inhale up. Left knee to right tricep. And reach all the way back up. Bring those left toes all the way down. Find your downward facing dog high up on the tippy toes. Inhale forward, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Option to drop the knees or keep them floating. Squeeze for 5, 4. Engage the core. Make sure there's no arch through the spine. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Hold here in your downward facing dog. Make sure you're pressing those palms and heels into the mat, reaching the sacrum high, tailbone long. Next breath, look forward between the hands. Come high up on the tippy toes. Maybe you bend the knees a little bit just to find a little bit of that hamstring stretch and start tippy-toeing your way to the top of the mat. Once you get as close as you can to your hands, see if you can just take a mini float. Bringing the feet between the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, palms touch above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, taking a few deep breaths here. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. Exhale, open the palms. Inhale, up, Surya A. Exhale, plant the palms down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step jump or float back, up to you. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold for 5. For 1. For 2. For 3. For 4. For 5. Good. Look between the palms. You can step, jump, or float your feet to the top of the mat. Whatever feels good for you, whatever's in your practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, palms touch. Exhale, open the palms. Again, Surya A. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump, float back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Holding here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Look between the palms. Bend the knees. Maybe you step, maybe you jump, maybe you float. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold, belly onto thighs. Inhale, stand nice and tall. Open the palms. Surya B, right away, bend the knees. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. If you want, you can place the hands a little bit forward. See if you can jump, step, or float back, pressing through the palms, lifting through the shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, right foot steps forward. Find your warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Find your flow through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior 1. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant the palms, find your flow. You can keep the toes floating or place them back into plank. Holding here for 1, down dog. For 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. Look forward between your hands. Bend the knees, step, jump, or float to the top. As you exhale, bring your legs together, feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, 5 breaths. For 1, for 2, for 3, get a little lower, for 4, for 5. Exhale, open the palms. Bend the knees right away again. Surya B, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump, float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, flow. If you want to add an extra challenge, right knee to right tricep as you go through your plank position. Left foot forward, inhale to warrior one. Pressing through that back foot. Maybe adding that left knee to left tricep. Holding here for one. For two. For three. For four. For five, good look between the hands. Start bending the knees, make your way to the top, step, jump, float. As you bring your feet between the hands, inhale, halfway lift, big toes are touching, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana for one. For two, if you can, maybe you can lift the heels, squeeze the ankles together for three. For four. For five, good, wherever you are, heels down. Just fold forward here, reach for the ankles, bring your forehead towards your feet. Once you feel this, lengthen your tailbone, making sure you're not forcing. Feel the compression of the belly on the thighs. Okay, looking forward, place the hands. If crow is in your practice, lift the heels high, come high up on the tippy toes, knees to the backs of the arms. Look forward, gaze ahead for one, two, three, four, five. Good. Float back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. A little bit different here. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. See if you can take that right foot back a little bit. We're coming into this Eka Pada variation. Right knee to right tricep. Left toes float for one, two, three. Gaze ahead. Eyes forward. Four. Now you can either put that left toe down or you can go right back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Left foot forward. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, plant the palms. Same thing. Left knee to the back of the left tricep. Maybe you float the back leg. Or you just stay in that knee to tricep position for two. Gaze ahead. Three. Four. Put the right toes down or back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here for one, two, three, four, five. Reach the right toes high. From here, three-legged dog. See if you can start to tent the right fingertips high up onto the mat. Maybe if you're comfortable, you can reach your right hand around the left ankle for one. Keep the shoulders square. Two, three, four, five. Plant the right hand down. Bring this right knee towards the right tricep and transfer your weight into fallen triangle. Option to keep the right foot lifted higher above that left knee or right foot on the ground for two, three, four, five. Left hand plants right toes high. Three-legged dog. Okay, from here, you can come back into that Eka Pada variation or hold for five, deep core. For two. For three. For four. For five, chaturanga. Find your way back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, left toes float, three-legged dog. Feel the right heel pressing into the mat. Right palm nice and strong. Maybe you reach the left hand around the right ankle for one, two, three, four, five. Left hand plants. Start bringing that left knee towards the left tricep. Find your variation of fallen triangle for one. Maybe you're keeping this leg lifted, and if you are, reach those hips high. Push the right foot into the mat. Left palm presses into the floor for four, For 5, good. Right palm down, reach the left toes high. Right away, you're either holding this deep core or option to float the back leg for 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach the back leg long if it's lifted. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Fantastic. From here, just walk your hands to the back of the mat. Grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Right away, hands come underneath the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands. Walk yourself back out to downward facing dog. You can either jump to the top of the mat or just step and hold your forward fold for a couple of breaths. Because we're working a lot on crow today, Bakasana variations, you can jump into crow if you'd like. For 1. If not, you can hold down dog or forward fold for 2. Gaze ahead. 3, 4, 5, and wherever you are, just place the feet down, Malasana Yogi Squat. If you're in a forward fold, open up the toes, bend the legs, reach the hands to the ground. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Settling the hips nice and low here for 5. Good. Plant the hands. Heel toe the feet together as you stretch your legs. And right away, just take 1 more forward fold, walking the hands back, reaching the forehead down. Reach all the way. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, open the palms. Fantastic. Right away, let's take the left leg open, triangle, Trikonasana. Left toes to the side, right toes face forward. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember your Ujjayi breath. Right hand to the outside of the left foot, twisted triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down to the left foot. Start cartwheeling your hands all the way to the front. Find your way to side angle pose. Right hand to the outside of the right foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find your way back to warrior 2. Reverse warrior for 1, 2, 3. As you go through warrior 2, find your bind underneath this right leg, keeping this deep bend in the right leg. Open up the heart for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at the toes. Look at your right toes and start to bring this left leg forward. Good. From here, stay nice and strong on this right leg and just start reaching the left toes behind you and lifting this leg in the bind for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And wherever you are, you can start reaching those toes back down to the mat. Hands face the foot. So frame the foot of the right. Good. Find this deep lunge. You can either drop the elbows down to the mat, okay? Or if you want, you can start reaching around for the back leg. If you're okay here and you're super warm already, you can grab the ankle with the left hand, start crawling underneath Head on the outside of the right foot. Maybe then you can reach for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever you are, release the leg, release the hand, maybe you're releasing the head. And now we're in lizard. So hands frame that right foot again. If you're in lizard, then your right leg is over top of your right shoulder. Maybe you're holding here. All good. Otherwise, if you want to extend the right leg, maybe fly for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either plant the toes down or shoot back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Right away from here, reach the right toes high. Right knee to left tricep, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right toes high again, three-legged dog, deep inhale. You can either do that one more time, or you can take the twisted variation of Eka Pada, floating the left leg for 1, gaze ahead, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left toes plant, right toes high. Good. From here, let's just bend the right leg, come all the way around, find wild thing. Nice deep hip stretch, open up the hips to the sky. And coming all the way back to downward facing dog, hold here. Couple breaths here are options to start floating. If you're working on your handstand, float for 5. Otherwise, down dog for 5 breaths. 1, 2. If you're super advanced in your handstands, you can challenge the head position. 3, 4, 5. Wherever you are, start making your way to the top of the mat. Feet come between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, palms touch to stand. Exhale, open the palms. Okay, I'm gonna face you, but we're gonna do the right side now. So, right toes face forward towards your front of the mat, left toes face towards the side. Exhale, triangle pose. 1, 2. Really try to look up at that top hand. 3, 4, 5. And wherever you are, left hand outside of right foot, you can readjust that back leg for 1, twisted triangle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at the mat. Start making your way all the way up and cartwheel the hands. Find your side angle position to the left side for 1. And it's up to you if you like it better having your hand on the inside of your foot or outside, whatever feels good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Find your warrior 2 from here. Keep that deep bend. Inhale, reach back, peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whenever you're ready, you can start bringing those hands underneath the left leg. Find your bind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at the left foot. Bring the right foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Good. And from here, maybe you can start to lift the heel. Maybe you start lifting in this bound standing split. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay if you wobble. 1 more breath. And if you ever need to just release the hands, all good. 5. Wherever you are, start bringing that foot all the way back down. Square off the hips, hands frame the foot. Finding that deep lunge position. You can either drop that back leg down or option to bring the elbows down. If you really want to go into a deeper stretch, opening up those hips, you can tuck the head underneath. Maybe your forehead starts to come to the floor, the outside of the right temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release the back foot. Come back to framing that foot. If you're in lizard and you want to just stay here, all good, okay? Otherwise, you walk that leg over top of the left shoulder. Maybe you stretch the leg, maybe you take the balance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Make your way back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. From here, look forward to the top of your mat. And I want you to just walk your feet left and right to the top. Grab the backs of the heels, fold. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Hands plant, look forward, walk back to downward facing dog. Now, coming back to this variation of Eka Pada, reach the left toes high. See if you can tap this left knee to the right shoulder. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left toes reach back up. Inhale. As you exhale, see if you can connect the left knee to the right arm. Float the back leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Good. From here, reach the left toes high one more time. From here, we're just changing a little bit up on this side. Left foot comes in between the hands. Crawl open, so you're in a nice deep forward fold this time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. You can walk your hands back, place the head, the top of the head if you can, onto the mat. Otherwise, you're just reaching. Squeezing the core here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. You can walk your hands out a little bit. As you exhale, you can take one more forward fold. You can interlace your hands behind your back and stretch the shoulders, or option to take tripod headstand. If you're taking tripod headstand, making sure that, of course, you're always pushing more weight into the hands, and you can do your variation here. For 1, 2, 3, maybe you're working on your press, maybe you're tapping the toes up and down. 4, 5. Good. Plant your feet down wherever you are. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the waist. Exhale all the way up to stand. Look at the front of the mat. Feet together. Open up the palms. All right, from here, let's take a chair pose. Inhale, deep breath. Bend the knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step, jump, or float back. Find your flow. And you can go straight legs, bent legs, step back. Whatever feels good to you. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, reaching the right toes high, three-legged dog. See if you can bend that right leg. Maybe you reach around for the right ankle for 1. And if you're reaching around for the right ankle, you want to make sure that you're pushing the weight into the left palm for 2. And eventually, maybe you can start looking at the back foot for 3, 4. One more breath. 5. Okay. Plant the right hand down all the way into the mat. Reach the right toes high. Bring your right knee towards your right tricep again. See if you can grab the outside of the right leg. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you extend for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bringing that right toe all the way back up to the sky. Now, let's see if we can jump up. Start to work on your handstand kick-ups. So you want to start reaching the right toes to the sky for 1, 2, 3. We're going to move with the right foot in front. If not, you just step the right foot through. 4, 5, and wherever you are, that right foot steps through. See if you can reach the left toes high, standing split. Maybe you can start reaching both hands around the right ankle for 1, 2, 3, 4, one more breath, 5. Okay, from here, plant your hands down if you need the help. Otherwise, I want you to try to bring this left leg all the way through to pistol squat. Hold for 5. For 4. 3. 2. 1. Try to stand all the way up. See if you can interlace your fingers around the big toe of your left foot. And as you inhale, if you want to fold, go ahead. If you want to just keep the body upright, you're here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale. As you stay here, we're just going to actually come all the way back down to pistol squat. So try to grab the outsides of your foot and sit all the way down. This time you can sit all the way down to the ground. Place the hand down if you need it. Fantastic. Wherever you are, you should have your right foot bent in and your left leg nice and long. Reach up with your right arm. We're going to reach around this right leg. See if you can bind around the back. If not, no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Inhale up. Now, just for fun, since we've been working on this is a super good training position for your Eka Pada variations that we're working on, okay? So instead, this time, I actually want to see if you can release this leg, okay? So release the bind. See if you can just crawl forward a little bit, and we're going to just try a little bit of a fun headstand variation. So when you're here, release that left leg, crawl forward. You can go right into the Eka Pada as normal, or, okay, if you can, I want to see if you can reach the back leg long, come down onto tripod headstand, both legs all the way up, left knee bends. See if you can just tap it. You can also just go into crow here, of course, okay? If you're using both legs, no problem. See, even if you have to bend, sometimes this helps. It's a little training transition here. Look up for 1, and then you press for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. See if you can float back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Fantastic. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, right away, other side. Left toes float to the sky, 3-legged dog. Maybe you can reach around and bind that ankle with the left hand. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Whenever you're ready, you plant that left hand down, square everything off. Reach for the left foot. Maybe you extend for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, reach the left toes high. Maybe you're working on that jump up, and even if it's just a little bit, that's okay. 1. Remembering you're going to land on the left foot through this time, and if you want to hold 3-legged dog, all good. For 2, 3, 4, 1 more breath, 5. Good. Come all the way through. Bring the left foot between the hands. Good. See if you can reach all the way up into standing split for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more breath. 5. See if you can come all the way through to pistol squat for 1. I know. 2. Breathe. 3, 4, 5. See if you can stand all the way up. So you want to push into the left leg. Okay, from here, grabbing the peace fingers around that front big toe. Inhale, and as you exhale, maybe you fold into the leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Stand up tall. See if you can reach your hands around the foot. This time you're coming all the way down, and remember, we're gonna sit. Thank goodness. Okay. Put the left hand down, support yourself. Bring your glutes onto the floor. Inhale all the way up. Making sure that you're really reaching, so my left shoulder coming around my left shin is super helpful. For 1, for 2, for 3, 4, 5. Good. Release where you are, and remember, we're just releasing the legs. We're coming forward now. Okay, so I'm tucking this right leg behind my left. This is gonna allow me to transfer my weight, left knee into the back arm, reach the right leg high. 1. If you wanna go right away into tripod, or you can just hold there, or you're holding curl the whole time. Maybe you bring the right knee to the back of the right tricep. Maybe you can press and float for 2. Gaze ahead. 3, 4. Shoot back, chaturanga, or step back. Good. Find your downward facing dog. Let's just take a puppy pose for a moment. Lots of work here. Good job. Bring the knees down onto the mat. Sit back. You can take child's pose too. All good. So from here, if we're taking puppy pose, I want you to bring your chin and chest onto the mat. Maybe you stay here. For me, I love to grab the outsides of my mat. See if you can stretch the legs up if you want to take extended. 1, 2, 3. Okay, release all the way down. Everyone come forward, just come all the way onto your belly. Forehead can relax onto the hands. And you do whatever you need here. If you want to just lay here for a second, if you want to bend your knees, windshield wiper the feet. All good wherever you are. Okay, release the legs down. And once you're ready, you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's just take a nice simple warrior 1 flow. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant the palms. Find your flow. Again, option if you want. You can take either a handstand, a knee tap, floating chaturanga, anything you like. Left foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. Your option to start floating to the top of the mat. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Good. Bring the feet between the hands. Stepping or jumping, whatever. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Whatever feels good for you in the moment, you choose that. Inhale, keep the legs straight this time. Palms touch. Stand. Exhale, open the palms. Beautiful. One more little bit of leg work here, okay? Bring your hands behind you, prayer position. Left foot steps behind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold against the thigh, pyramid. 1. Option to drop the hands in front of you, reach long. 2, 3, 4. One more breath. 5. Good. Inhale. All the way to standing. Pivot your feet back to the front of your mat. Right foot's in front. Drop the back leg. You can stay here. Reach your left arm high. Twist over the right leg. Maybe you're keeping your arms in prayer. Maybe you're taking the bind. Maybe you're floating the back knee. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Look forward. See if you can start bringing that left leg a little bit closer and start reaching the left toes nice and high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, release the hands, square off the shoulders. Hands, shoulders, and hips are facing down. Start bending the back leg. And from here, just see if you can reach the right hand to reach for the left ankle. Maybe You extend that back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Tap the left toe to the back of the right Achilles. Reach all the way up, switch your hands. Maybe you find half moon, maybe you keep the bind for 1. Option to float both hands for 2, 3, 4. One more breath. 5. Okay, good. Release the leg wherever you are. Reach your hands all the way forward, again, squaring off the hips and shoulders to the front of the mat. You can either kick up, press up, or if you want to work on puppy press, you keep the left hip open and lift the right toes up. Maybe we can work on this stag of the left foot, so the left thigh onto the belly. 2. You can also just flow back, meet in down dog. 3, 4, 5. Nice, good. Find your way back through, meeting in down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice, good. Okay, from here, downward facing dog. Right away, we're just gonna go to the other side. Look forward between the hands. Bend the knees, step, jump, float. Meeting with the feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing, palms touch. Exhale, open the palms. Hands come behind you, prayer position. Inhale. As you step to the back of the mat, it's your right leg this time. Fold over on the exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Stand strong through that front leg. Come back to the front of the mat. Release the hands. Find your back leg on the ground, low lunge. Maybe you reach the right arm up. If you're taking prayer, you can stay there. If you're taking the bind, go for it. Stretch the back leg nice and long if you're stretching the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Look forward between your foot. Maybe you can start to float the back foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Right leg comes behind you. Release everything. Square it off. Maybe you can reach for the right ankle this time with the left hand for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Meet that right foot right behind the left ankle. You switch. Maybe you're taking half moon. Maybe you're going all the way double grip. Double bind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Release your hands to the mat. You either square off the hips or you keep them a little bit open to try to work on your puppy press. If you have puppy press, you're solid in your handstand. You're squeezing the right leg into the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right meets the left if you can. Find your way back. Everyone meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale up. Exhale back. Taking 3 breaths here in downward facing dog, just trying to reconnect to that breath. Great. And from here, I want you to look forward. We're going to jump through to seated. Start bending the knees. Step, jump, float through. And taking a super simple forward fold. So stretch the legs in front of you. Reach the arms high, flex the toes. Maybe you grab the big toes with peace fingers. Maybe you reach around for the bind for 1. Looking forward for 2, 3, 4, Good, and wherever you are, you can start coming up to seated, hands plant behind you. You can either tuck the toes, step, jump, float back. Whatever feels good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we did a tripod earlier, maybe some of us. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to try, see if you can go into your tripod position either from kneeling or from handstand if you really want to, okay? We're gonna try a little bit of a variation here. So plant your head onto the ground. And again, you can jump in, float in, kneel in, anything that feels nice. You can stay in tripod the whole time, or you can stay in child's pose or down dog, or work on crow. If you're taking this variation with me, see if you can bring the right knee to the left tricep, just like we did at the beginning. But I wanna see if you can press up from your headstand, from your tripod. Eventually bringing your legs together into the variation. Vinyasa, good. Side crow. From here, head plants down, reach your legs high, inhale up. And as you exhale, pike back, find your way out. If you want to just bring the feet down, of course, all good. Okay, from here, same thing. You can either, right away, we're gonna take a breath in a second, I promise. Jump in, float in, kneel in, anything that feels nice, okay? So you're taking this twist, and what's super important is once you take the twist, okay, you're really engaging in the core, and I'm pressing into both of my hands, but more in the right. If I need to bend my legs to help me get up, okay, then extend, that's also cool. And if you're taking this side crow variation, maybe you just squeeze, maybe you don't even extend the legs. Eventually you place the head down, find your crow if it helps. On the transition back, reach the toes high. Find your way back. You can flow through, you can just kneel down. And let's take child's pose. I definitely said Vinyasa before and I meant side crow. Okay, so you can take your arms forward. If you want to take a little bit of a relaxation, it might feel really good to bring your hands, just let your shoulders fall forward, forehead deep into the mat. Good, and from here, you can just lift your hips a little bit, readjust, make sure your hands support your head here, and we're just gonna take a nice interlacing of the hands. This should feel super good. And stretch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, plant the hands down, just sit back. Come all the way back, just let your palms face up on your knees and just take a couple of breaths here. Good, and whenever you're ready, place your hands forward. Just let yourself come all the way onto your belly, however you need to. We're gonna take 1 cobra, hold for 3, 2, 1, exhale down. Good, from here, bend the knees behind you. If this is enough, you stay here. If you want to take bow, go ahead for 1, 2, opening up the heart, 3, 4, 5, good. And everything releases down to the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And whenever you're ready, you can take a couple breaths or you can just come right through to seated. Good, and wherever you are, once you get here, just plant your feet onto the mat, reach forward, and make sure your vertebrae is connecting onto the ground as you roll through the spine. Good, once you've rolled through the spine, sometimes you need to fidget a little bit, opening up those hips if you've tightened them up through practice. So do what you need to do. If you want to just take a nice supported bridge position, you can stay here. If you want to go into full wheel, hands placed right by your shoulders, and you stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. If you want to drop all the way down and just relax, you can. Just make sure you tuck the chin. If you're going up again, go ahead for 1. Maybe you walk your hands and feet a little bit closer together. Maybe you do some drop backs. You take what you need here for 2, 3, 4, 5. And wherever you are, start slowly coming down all the way to your back. Make sure you tuck that chin, bringing the knees into the belly, giving yourself a nice big hug. If it feels good to rock from side to side, you can do that. Otherwise, stretch your legs up. You can stay here. Otherwise, you maybe want to go up into shoulder stand for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring the toes behind you. Find plow position. If you want to interlace the hands, go ahead for 1. And whenever you're ready, you can bring the knees around the ears. Maybe you like to give yourself a little bit of a hug behind your knees or your calves. Bringing your hands onto the mat. Wherever you are, just slowly start rolling through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way through. Good. Letting the legs, the feet drop onto the mat, maybe floating the knees from side to side. Releasing those hip flexors. Bringing the knees into the chest one last time. Maybe rocking and rolling, maybe going through one more time, maybe not. Maybe you just take Shavasana right away, all good. If you want to take headstand, okay, just make your way back. You can take a flow if you like. Interlace your hands around your head. We're just going to take 20 breaths today, so bring your feet up to the sky for 1, 2, 3. And on your next 10 breaths, you can change the position. Maybe you pike, maybe you straddle for 1, 2. Making sure you're pressing the shoulders away from the ears for 3. Press into the forearms, 4. And if you can, whenever your 10 breaths are done, you can reach your legs back up to a straight position, maybe if you want to or if you can, before you come down. Taking a couple breaths in child's pose, forehead onto the mat. If you're in Shavasana, just stay there. Meeting in downward facing dog, tuck the toes, float the knees, stretch those legs, press into the palms. Maybe you take one more flow forward if you feel like you really need it. Whenever you're ready, look between the hands, step, jump, float through. All the way through to your Shavasana. Palms face up. Feeling your body release and sink into the ground. Releasing the Ujjayi breath. And feeling the rinse from all that we bound and twisted and strengthened through practice. Feeling the rinse of everything that no longer serves us and letting that go to make space for new things, opportunities, and energies to come in. Please stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, or as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name is Carly. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.